Coach Whit, nice win. So would you start us off?
Just say I thought it was a really hard-fought game, and I credit Central Michigan. They thought they really competed, and they played with great effort. I mean, they're a really together team, and I really enjoy watching them play. And they're going to have 20 wins at the end of the year when it's all said and done. That would be my guess. I don't want to put any expectations on them, but I thought they played a really hard game, and it was a hard game, and I thought it was a good win for us. We defended well in the first half, and they got going. Luke Meyer did a little bit in the second half, and they're certainly capable of doing that, and kept it close, but good win for us.
As far as Jeremy goes, he came off the bench early and started hitting shots. Just how valuable is that to your team tonight to have him come in and give you that?
It was really valuable for us because, we haven't shot the ball that well really all year, and Francis in particular is the one guy that's been struggling. And Taylor, too. I mean, I thought both of those guys, not shooting the ball to their ability level. And Sean wasn't to start the year, but Sean has started to kind of heat back up lately. But with those guys not shooting the ball, we needed certainly Jeremy to have a good shooting night.
How much more confident is he game after game, practice after practice here recently? It looks like he's starting to really kind of settle in a little bit.
I thought he did. The thing that what he did tonight is he let the game come him. I mean, if you look at where his shots came from, they came in transition, and they really came off of post traps. Every time we threw the ball in to Trey or Tajay, they posted, and they trapped us. And when you saw the ball flying around like the one more, those all really started with post traps. Us throwing the ball inside and drawing a second defender, and Tajay and Trey being unselfish. And I thought Jeremy let the shots find him. And because of that, I think you saw him shoot 10 threes that were all really good threes. And I think for all of our guys, but all of our really good shooters, when you put them in that position, they're going to have good shooting nights. And Jeremy took 10 great threes, and that's why he had a good shooting night.
You had mentioned earlier this year, after he came back from the suspension, that he was going to have to earn your trust back. It seems like he has now. He's played 26 minutes in, I think, 3 games in a row. How did he go about doing that?
I just say I'm going to just say that's between me and Jeremy, and I love him to death, but it takes a long time to earn it, and you can lose it like that. And he's inched along in the right direction, but that conversation is between me and him.
You said you defended well. The best you guys have basically defended behind the arc against a MAC team this season. I guess you've talked to your guys about it. What did you do differently, or what was working for you, especially in that first half?
We have not defended the 3 well, and we needed to, especially in this game. And one of the things that we're trying to do a better job of is the guys, the knowns. The David DeLeo, Josh Kaczynski. One of our points of emphasis tonight was how many they get off. Those guys are such good shooters that if they shoot 18 threes in a game, you got a problem. And the fact that we held them to 10 attempts between the 2 of them, that was a really good sign for us. To me, if you say, like, hey, why'd they shoot 33%, part of it is those guys weren't shooting them. And Beachler was the other one coming off the bench. He was in the same category for us. And Luke Meyer can really create problems for you. He's never had a shooting night like he did tonight. And when he does, it is a really hard thing to deal with. And because he's 6'10", and he really hurt us tonight from behind the arc. And we knew there was a chance that could happen, but over the course of his career, he's made 3 in 4 games, in the MAC. And tonight he went 6 for 10. And if it wasn't for that, you would have looked at it and said it's still a pretty good defensive performance, but would have been one of our best of the year.
I guess looking at one of the areas that I'm sure you like to realize the offensive rebounds, they had 21 tonight compared to your 8. What was the difference there, do you think, for you guys?
I thought their effort on the glass was relentless. And, the one guy that's a lot better than you realize, they're 2 undersized guys, Kevin McKay and Cecil Williams. Those guys they're very quick, athletic, strong, and they're hard to block out. And And I have a lot of respect for their team because their effort going to the glass was relentless. And they gave us a lot of problems there. And I'm going to have to watch the film to figure out exactly where we went wrong. But no question, that was the story of the first half. You know, if you said, like, hey, we were up 6 at the first half, but why weren't we up 9 or 10 or 11? Because they got too many second shots. And then in the second half, we closed that down a little bit, or at least it felt like it did to me. It felt like we got a little better on it. But Luke Meyer started banging threes. And both of those kind of kept us from being able to, you know, put the game away, even though I think it was like 11 with a minute something to go. And probably could have just as easily been 15 as it was 6, but we couldn't really get away from it, you know, completely close it down because of Luke Meyer's threes and because of their second shots.
It's on the flip side. I mean, Trey had another good game rebounding. He seems to be more aggressive out there. Has that been something that he's been kind of building on as team
Yeah.
and trying to stop him in that?
He's playing really well right now. If you go to the Ohio game, you know, Western really worked to keep the ball out of his hands, and we should have done more to get him the ball in there. He didn't touch it enough in that game. And tonight we needed to get the ball inside to he and Tajay. That was a big theme in the game. And I thought those guys did a very good job of getting the ball in because they were doubling a lot. You know, when they didn't double, they figured it out and they took good shots. And when they did double, they got the ball out. And we were able to get the ball around and let the right guy take the shot. And that's why we shot 50% from the field, 37% from three.
Anything else, Coach? All right, Coach, thanks for
All
coming
right,
out.
thanks, guys.
Good luck Saturday.
Yeah, you got it. Thank you.
Little road trip there, let's get a couple.